Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel. We are gonna do a reading for Aquarius. We're gonna do a July 2020 love reading for the sun, moon, rising sign of Aquarius. Honestly, that stuff doesn't really matter. You may have Venus in Aquarius. You may be watching for Aquarius. You may just want to check out this video because the title or the thumbnail caught your eye. Doesn't matter. The way I do tarot is that I believe when you interpret certain images, certain things, you will spark ideas, inspirations within the listener, and then through that process the listener will find their own truth. I believe we all have certain psychic abilities, we all possess our own inner truth, and we just need to tap into that. And sometimes you need a little bit of inspiration for that, you need a little bit of creativity for that, and I feel that tarot does exactly that. I also feel that we are hearing and seeing things that we're meant to hear and see, and therefore that's how tarot works. That's how one video can resonate with so many people, not because I necessarily think that I have the ability to read lives of many people on the internet, many strangers on the internet. No, I don't think that. I feel that this is a great tool to help those listeners and viewers find their own truth and spark some new ideas within them to find whatever they're looking for when they are checking out these videos. So welcome to the channel. Again, this is a new channel at this time because there are not that many viewers and subscribers. I am accepting questions, and of course I will answer them for free. You can comment, you can ask your question in the comments. Feel free to provide a little bit more information about the signs of people involved in whatever situation you're asking the question. So if you're asking a question about somebody who you're involved with, give me your sign, give me their sign, and I will most definitely answer it. Stay tuned for that video. It will be labeled something like answering your questions. You will know. Yeah, so this is not my business. I don't do this to make money. I just really feel that this platform helps people find their own inner truth. It has helped me when I have watched some amazing tarot readers here on YouTube. So maybe I can be that for you as well. So Aquarius, your July 2020 love reading. While I'm waiting for the cards to fall, just gonna ask you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, ask your questions, and yeah, let me know if what I'm doing is good for you, if I could change something. Again, this is new, so I will be taking cues from the audience. All right, so we have some cards here. Okay, so I have Justice, I have Tower, I have Four of Air, and then I have King of Air, which I'm putting reversed, but I don't like to read reversals. I like to have them straight, and then I will see if I'm supposed to get the meaning in the reverse or in the upright. So the overall energy is Page of Air. Underneath it is King of Water. Okay. See, when I started the reading, I was in a very light mood. I mean, before I started the reading, I was very lighthearted. Um, the weather is beautiful over here, and I was just in a very happy mood, high vibrations. And then as I started the reading, I became somewhat uh, more into low vibrations. Not necessarily upset, but I feel more grounded. I don't want to say heavy in my heart, but heavy in my back, and just like gravity pulling me down. And you are an air sign, so usually you are up there, but I feel like your situation is somewhat grounding. Again, I don't want to say heavy. I don't feel upset. I just don't feel cheery and just yay, happy go lucky. I don't feel that. And I was feeling that right before I started the reading. So let's clear some cards before I tell you some information. Well, from what I am seeing here, there is some major changes happening for you, and but before something new happens, you will have to go through some process of change and transformation, and then lots of rest after that for you to approach this new beginning that may be happening for you. See, you're here, King of Air, but, well, the card says so, but I don't feel it. I don't feel a lot of your energy with this King of Air. You may be dealing with another air sign, and also you may be dealing with a water sign as well. So Justice card with the Tower. I mean, any new tarot reader would say, oh, is your marriage ending? But I don't feel that's the case necessarily. For some, that may be the case, but I feel, you know how I said I was feeling all up in the air before I started your reading, and then you kind of grounded me. The way sometimes I see the tarot is the Tower is that it's a tall structure, but it comes down when the tower falls. It gets from up in the air all the way to the ground. It sort of grounds, pulls down these things that we're building on up high here, that maybe didn't have a strong foundation. So when we bring the tower down, it doesn't necessarily mean that the entire structure, the idea of the structure is bad. It just means that the structure wasn't built well. So when you bring it down to the ground, you can actually redesign it the way you want and then build it right back up, but it's not going to be on the same foundation, and it's not going to be the same scaffolding, because that didn't work. And that paired with the Justice tells me that whatever transformation is happening and whatever you need to bring down is actually supposed to happen that way, astrologically right now lots of things are happening. We have Mars going in Aries, and then you have Saturn in Capricorn, and Mars and Saturn are strong energies. Mars is the fighter energy. Saturn is also associated with looking at the structures and seeing if they work or not, and especially in the Capricorn, which has to do with structures and systems. And now with the Justice card, for some of you it may be marriage, but again, I don't feel like your marriage is gonna fall. I don't feel that at all. It may be for some, but I feel like what you're gonna do is you're gonna talk to your partner, long-term partner, serious partner, and you're gonna tell them, look, whatever we've built, we may have had some good intentions and we may have had some vision of what we wanted to do, but it's not serving us, and we need to bring this down and rebuild it, and do it all over. Do it all over. That's what I feel here, okay? And then Four of Air and the King of Air, it's just resting and renovating after this. See, if this is what's gonna happen after that, there's gonna be resting. And the King of Air, I for somehow I felt not the higher energy of King of Air. I felt the more stubborn, up in their head kind of situation. And maybe that's your partner, you know, maybe, or maybe that's you, but again, I don't feel that's you. If I feel that in that relationship doesn't somebody is stuck to this tower, somebody is stubborn about changing the old and afraid of the new, afraid of the change. Somebody is still holding on to this because they are, I'm gonna say, they're being stubborn and they're being stuck in their own ways, stuck in their old ways, actually. And that's not only in personal relationships of one or two people. This is actually what we're going through as a community. We need to sit down and think about how we used to do things before, and are those things still serving us? Are those methods, are those structures still serving us? And do we need to actually go and say, you know what, this is something that I have created and it's not really that pretty. And by I mean I as a human part of this community, right? We need to say, yeah, you know what, I thought this was going to be good, and we thought this was going to be good, but it's not. So now it's going to take us some work to bring this down. And you know what, we may have some attachments to that structure. We may have some comfort even in that structure. You know, the Stockholm syndrome of when you become when you develop quote unquote positive feelings for your abuser, for your kidnapper. And I'm saying quote unquote because that's not the positive feelings that you develop, that's familiarity that you developed. Your brain wanted to give you some sort of defense mechanism, and your brain found some sort of familiarity and the consistency in that situation in which you were, if a person is abducted, right, or abused. And the brain found something to hold on to, but it doesn't mean that that's actually good. So if we are actually in this tower situation holding on to something that it's just familiar, we have to really identify, am I holding on to something that's familiar, or am I actually feeling good about it? And you will know if you feel good about it if you notice how you are showing up. How are you showing up to yourself, which is your most important relationship, is your relationship with yourself in whatever structure. So I'm bringing it back from the community situation to your relationship, okay, Aquarius? So if you're in a relationship, you need to ask yourself questions. Am I actually happy? If you say yes, how does that happiness look? How am I taking care of myself? How am I showing up for myself? How am I a good partner? Am I a good mother or a father? Am I a good son or a daughter? Am I a good friend? Am I a good citizen? Am I, again, good to myself? Am I growing? Am I learning? Do I feel safe? Where does my safety and security come from? Because your most important safety and security pillar is yourself. You need to rely on other people, of course, and you need other people for happiness and security, but your core happiness, your core stability comes from within you. And that's when you're in a healthy, balanced relationship, when you're not codependent on other person and nobody's codependent on you. Everybody's sort of pulling their weight and taking care of their own happiness, and through that they're showing up in the relationship as healthy and balanced and secure, and actually bringing other people happiness. So if you're answering no to any of those questions, then it means that something needs to come down. Not the entire relationship, maybe just something that's not working for you, and that is okay. But that's going to take some, first of all, realization and getting out of the stubborn energy, if it's you or your person, because it does take some guts to say, you know what, no, I thought this pattern, this template, my method of doing this was good, our method of doing this was good, and we've put a lot of work into that, and we've been doing this for years. I've been doing this for years. I feel comfort there, I feel familiarity there. But see, comfort and familiarity does not equal healthy all the time. You may be comfortable with something, you may be familiar with something. That doesn't mean that you actually are getting benefit from that situation. That may not be serving your soul. Okay. um let's clarify. I had a lot to say, apparently. And let's see. And you know, Aquarius, you are an air sign. Mind is your thing, but sometimes you just gotta feel it, okay? You gotta feel it. You will feel it in your heart. You will feel it in your back of your head, your temples of your head. You will feel it in your stomach, the pit of your stomach. You will feel it, okay? Just, you have a lot of mental energy. You know logic. But what you need to do is you need to also look at what you're feeling. Okay, look at what you're feeling, and it will tell you if whatever situation you're in or whatever templates you've been holding on to, if they're actually serving you or not. Okay, so I got a few cards. Bottom of the deck, I have Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. Yeah, so for some of you, it is definitely a family situation, a good situation. Again, I'm not saying that the marriage isn't working or something. I'm just saying that it needs fine-tuning, baby. It needs tweaking, okay? I have Page of Wands. I have King of Pentacles. Oh, and there's Queen of Pentacles right there. And I have Three of Pentacles. Definitely. You guys have some ideas, or maybe one of you has an idea. You want to work towards something. You want to work towards something practical, something good. Maybe you want to start a new business. Maybe you want to improve your financial situation. Certain things are definitely not working for you, and you want to work on it. But again, I don't feel like it's a situation where the entire thing is not working. I feel that it is a situation where and you know, I just have to say it, for some of you, it sometimes feels, when we're in a massive argument or something, sometimes it feels like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw my hands up and just say, this is not working. The entire relationship isn't working. The entire tower needs to come down. It's not always the case, okay? It's not always the case. For some of you, it may be, but you'll know it. That's your truth. But from the cards that I'm seeing, there is happiness, but certain cards also came in reverse. And I feel like that's the thing. You guys are working on something good. It's just, you're not at the Ten of Cups kind of energy just yet. And you both know it. You just need to, what you need to do is you need to, first of all, communicate that. If somebody's feeling that and hasn't communicated that, because it is this idea of knowing that something needs to come down, and that you are actually not in the Ten of Cups kind of energy. When you're not communicating that, it creates a lot of conflict. It creates a lot of conflict in which people actually don't even know what they're fighting. Because what happens many times is that you have, let's say, X that you're upset about, and you don't say anything about X. And then you have Y that you get upset about, and you don't see anything about Y. And then you have all this upset about X and Y, and then tiny thing happens, like Z happens. And then you just start a conflict about Z when you're actually worried about X and Y. But you haven't communicated that, so then it creates confusion. Your partner is shrugging their shoulders, saying, what do you want? Why are you making such a big deal out of it? Why are you bringing the tower down? You cannot just take the tower down, Aquarius, okay? I know you want to, but you can't. You need to communicate, first of all, with your partner, and you need to work together. You need to, and your partner may be stubborn, or you may be stubborn. Maybe you're both stubborn because you don't want to communicate and they maybe don't want to listen. But what you need to do is you need to roll up your sleeves and know that what you're working for is the King of Pentacle, Queen of Pentacle, happy couple, happy family. These are people who work hard. These are people who gain financial benefit, practical benefit. They're taking care of their family. They're good mother, good father. They, this is what you want. But in order to achieve that, and you have love backing you up massively, okay? In order to achieve that, you need to communicate to your partner that, dude, this is not like, these are the parts. Write it down, say, this is not working for me, this is not working for me. And don't be selfish. Obviously say, how about you? What are some of the things that are not working for you? Because we need to look at our structure that we have built and realize that, yeah, we put a lot of effort into building this is a huge structure, but we also have to have the balls to say, you know what, I mean, I know we put a lot of effort into this, but now at this time we need to look back and see, does this work for us? And you may say, you know what, everything works, but like this part doesn't work for me, so let's bring this down. It's like when you have a house and the garage isn't good or the balcony isn't good, you don't have to bring the whole house down. You can just fix the parts that don't work for you. And even if you feel like the whole house needs to be brought down, it doesn't mean that the relationship and the love has to be brought down. You can just say, you know what, hon, this isn't good. Can we like rebuild it from scratch? And it's gonna take a lot of effort, and we're both maybe feeling, you know what, do we have to do that? Can't we just like stick with the familiar? Like, it kind of works. Like, is it really that horrible? Those things are dangerous. Don't say, is it that bad? Can't we just endure it? Like, do we have to really put a lot of effort into this? Yeah, you do. Because what's going to happen is you're going to build this taller. And because the foundation isn't good, you're going to build it up, build it up, build it up, build it up. And then the fall is going to be worse. Because right now, all you had to do maybe is change a little structure here and there, and then keep building something good. But if you ignore this now, you're going to keep building on resentment and false towers, false sense of security and happiness, and then the fall later on is going to be worse, more painful, and then it's not going to be as salvageable as right now. Okay, all right, let's now clarify this side. Okay, Four of Air, King of Air. Somebody is just not really wanting to work. Maybe somebody is being a bit tired. I don't want to use the word lazy. Maybe they're not being lazy. Maybe they are just being tired. Okay, what is going on with this person? Because I somehow feel like you are the person over here who has realized that things are not as they should be. And again, this can be the person, okay? Maybe your person is telling you this and you're the one who is being stubborn. Whatever, take it however it resonates. But somebody is just not because they don't care, it's just they feel like, you know what, take it easy. Take it easy. The tower is fine. We're fine. You know, that kind of energy, like, we're fine. Everything is fine. Well, you can tell them, hey, that's your perception, but could you hear me? Because I don't feel everything is fine. And can we negotiate something there? Right? You don't have to tell them, no, you're so ignorant. You're so dismissive. You don't care. No, don't attack. Just let them know, hey, I am so happy that you have that calm and peace, and maybe I want to achieve that too, but I'm not feeling that calm and peace. So can we please work something out here? Because when you come like that, they will want to cooperate with you. They will want to show up as that Three of Pentacles, okay? I have Three of Swords, Queen of Wands as the bottom of the deck. Then I have... Okay, so I have Five of Swords. I have Justice. I have Knight of Cups. And I have Ace of Cups. But then I have... what is this? Three of Swords and Queen of Wands. Yeah, you guys have been fighting recently. You guys have definitely been fighting, and people are bruised. People are bruised. People are hurt. Somebody's hurt. Maybe both of you are hurt. There is a lot of love. There is a lot of love, and it's intuitively, like, it's intuitively guided. It is like you have card of justice twice. Okay, you guys are definitely, this is most likely, I'm reading for people who are in long-term serious commitments, and it's like you both know, because you have justice on your part, they have justice on their part. You guys know that it's like, dude, this is my person, this is mine. We're together, it feels good, it feels right. But then at the same time, why the fuck are we fighting all this time? Like, what is it? And it hurts, it freaking hurts. And I just don't understand how I can be here showing up with Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and we had the Lovers before, and all of this, and I know that this is my person. We have built this for so long, and it's just right now we're just fighting and fighting and fighting, and for what? And I'm telling you, it's not, you're not fighting each other. You have just built templates and ideas and methods of doing things that just don't serve you anymore. And you're too lazy to work on it. Maybe both of you, maybe someone. It's harsh truth, but it is. It's not going to take one little argument. You may have to go through therapy. It's going to take everybody to roll up their sleeves, sit down, and evaluate everything. Evaluate, what have we been doing so far? What are the triggers? Who is getting triggered by what? Why are we having these fights? Can we look at the big picture? What are we fighting about? What is not being said? Because there are lots of stuff that's not being said, I feel. And basically there is no winner. Like the Five of Swords is the type of fight where there is no winner, because you have to know that in a relationship, when you're fighting, there is no winner or a loser. You either both win or you both lose. You really have to know that you either both win or you both lose, unless you cooperate with each other and you say, you know what, this freaking tower, whatever, is just like a thorn sticking us both in the heart and hurting us so badly. It may be one thing or it may be a bunch of things, but we're gonna sit down and freaking figure it out, because I love you and you love me, and then there is just so much love and we're right for each other. And you know what? If we have to bring down the house and build it again, baby, we're gonna do it. But I'm not gonna be living in this freaking house knowing that it stinks, knowing that there is water leaking through the roof, and pretend that everything is fine because I have good memories in this house and everything is just so familiar, and I'm too afraid to bring a bulldozer and bring the house down, because I feel like if I do bring the house down, that's gonna bring the entire relationship down. It's not gonna bring the entire relationship down. If you guys are both sitting in that bulldozer and that wrecking ball hits the house and you watch it break down, you will cry, because that's your house. You built it together whenever you built it, and you've been working on it for years, and you have memories in there. You had Christmases there. Right, we get it. But you're gonna hold each other, you're gonna cry, and you're gonna say, okay, now what? We need a new house. So you're gonna bring bricks, and you're gonna bring wood and cement and whatever, and you're gonna build a new house. And you're gonna say, you know what? Let's just build it this time from the lessons that we learned from the old house. Let's build it together, and let's start from scratch and build it on good foundation. Okay? And that's it. That's all I have for you. That's all I have for you. Inspiration to do that is there. Desire to do that is there. The passion to do that is there. What is holding you back is miscommunication, and just, even I want to say, a sense of like, oh, what's the point? Do we really have to? Like, oh, like that kind of energy. No, you do. You do, you do, you do. And you know what? Right now, the next 6 months, astrologically, boy, if you don't do it yourself, the universe is gonna make you freaking do it, and it's gonna hurt worse. Make sure that you're not in that house when the bulldozer hits. Make sure that you guys are both in the bulldozer, breaking down the house that doesn't serve you anymore and building a new house together. Make sure you're not, you know, giving each other silence treatment and pretending that everything is fine in the house that is about to get hit by a wrecking ball. Okay? Because then you both are gonna get hurt and it's not gonna be pretty. You're gonna get injured. But instead, when you just look at the truth and know that, you know what, things need to come down, sorry, but that's just what it is, but we're in it together because our love is still there and everything is still there, then you're gonna be fine. Because house, it's just a house. Template is just a template. If your love is there and if your relationship is there and your family is there and whatever you guys have is there, the externals, the methods, the templates, the